Good morning. Just finished work at Giant. Maybe that's the East Coast thing. So first, let me set my watch. I'm gonna put the timer on the watch. That way the video doesn't cut. I forget how to do that though. Where's my timer? It'd be like a 15-minute video of me trying to set the timer. Okay, this looks like a timer. Yeah, there we go. So we're gonna put this at 10 minutes. All right, so there's a timer doing, you can't see it because I don't got that always on face. You know what's on? Killing me, watch. All right, so I checked the schedule. So apparently my 2 weeks was from the day I said it. So tomorrow is my last day. But it's not that bad, man. You just doing your thing. The trick is I need to get like a nap, like a good 3-hour nap before I come here. Then I'm not tired. And then, it's a repetitive job, putting things on shelves. And if I would have stayed, I would have been on my own. Because right now I'm kind of like shadowing this guy. And he's like, if I have a can in my hand and I'm looking too long, he comes from out of nowhere. It's like, it goes over there. I'm like, I would have got to it if you would have let me get to it. But he's cool. He when I left, he gave me a handshake. He said, man, you are great. I'm going to miss you. You are doing such a great job. Now, he wasn't the manager, but, people speak. And he was sincere, man. He wasn't being fluff about it. Yeah. But it's kind of hard to... Because on Saturdays is when my dad does his shopping, and if I just get off now and then I go home, I'm going to sleep. But he likes to go shopping in the morning, and then I'll be all sleepy, and I'm not really in it. Plus, I can't sleep 8 hours when I come back because I got to, be present. And then I have to take so it's just, waste of day. But today was nice, man, because I got direct deposit. So I woke up and, pow, a little couple pennies from Giant. So so the reason you're getting another video is because someone left a comment saying something about Motorola didn't listen and something like that. And I like Motorola. My first pager, my beeper was Motorola with alphanumeric text. Some of you people don't even know what a pager is, but most of you should, because you should. And then my first cell phone was a Motorola StarTAC that I saw on National Geographic. And at that time, the phone, you could only buy it in Japan. And I called the number and it's like, yeah, we could ship it from Japan, but it's going to be all expensive. So I was like, nah, I can't afford that. And then one day I saw that it was in a far away, like 2-hour drive from where I live. And I didn't have a car at that time. But they were selling it in this like random store. And I had my sister, I said, please. And she took me all the way out there to get this Motorola flip phone. But this was 1999, people. People didn't have phones back then. Just doctors and people who actually needed them. So yeah, I'm all about Motorola. If you would have said Nokia, I wouldn't be making this video. Because we don't mess around with Nokia. But yeah, man. But yeah, I wasn't saying anything other than talking about my music adventure. Like today, so when I went into the school, and again, teachers yelling at the kids all day. I feel bad for the kids, man, because they're not like bad. They're just bored. And when you're bored, you get all like kind of annoyed and annoying. But yeah, they be using bro. I mean, I guess bro is unisex. So be like, come on, bro. Yeah, bro. I don't even call my own brother bro. But anyway, so I was working on 4-part harmony, because that's a step up from, once you know your chords and your scales, it's just like 4-part harmony. You just double the root or whatever. And I was working out that. I might have to get manuscript paper so I could do it better. I'm excited because for whatever reason I could not figure this out before, and I took classes and I've done lots of studying, but just hearing about Armstrong, because he's a cornet player, right? So it's not like he has multiple. He can't. I don't think he was playing two horns at the same time. But I don't know. For some reason, it just. But yeah. So I was talking about that. Now that I'm working, it's so. I'll say cute. Cute's not the right word, but it is cute. Whatever. So when I come home from work, like from school, my dad's on the porch, and he's like waiting. I'm like, "Hey, Dad." He's like, "Hey," and then we talk. It almost seemed like all summer I wasn't doing anything except being there to take care of him. But it was kind of like, and I was working on music, but in my house, music, computers, all this stuff means nothing. I could be like, who's that dude? The guy who does this. He's the boss spokesperson. Used to be a warehouse guy. So I think he's making like X amount per video. Talking like he's making a car each video he drops. But my dad wouldn't consider that work because he's not doing anything. But now that I'm working, like I came home and I had to get some things printed. I don't got a printer yet, and I don't think I'm gonna buy one. So I had to go to the public library and I printed some stuff, and I came back, and then my dad's like, "You gotta go to sleep." And then I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "But you probably, when you go to sleep, you're just gonna be." That means I'm on the phone, which is true, because I gotta check my emails and stuff. As I said this morning, I did the challenge, and I went to see if anyone, because there's like 30 to 36 people submit every week, all types of things, and the order's random-ish. I don't even know how they pick the order. Sometimes I'd be first, and sometimes I'm in the middle. This time I was like the last one, but I wasn't intending to watch it. The whole stream is 3 hours and 20 minutes, because after everyone submits it, we talk about it. But and it was hard for me to go to sleep at 6 o'clock, because I wasn't sleepy. But yeah. So yeah, but my dad's like, "I'm gonna wake you up at 9, which is unprecedented, because I used to not be able to wake up going to high school, and my dad's like, "I'm not gonna wake you up," and then I would oversleep, and I had a little paper out too, and I would miss the bus, and my dad wouldn't take me, so I'd walk to school, and then I get in-school suspension for being late, and this would be an ongoing pattern. People always rag on me. They'd be like, "Man, you're such a stickler for time. You gotta be more easy about time." I used to not be easy with time, and it always bit me in the butt. I couldn't be like, "Hey, teacher, man, I'm sorry I'm late, but you gotta be easy on time." You know what I'm saying? But whatever. Yeah. Like, I'm tired, but I'm not tired. Like, back in the day, I used to work a factory night job, third shift. And when I would get off of work, I would go straight to community colleges before Temple, before all that. So I just come home, eat, and then go straight to college, then come back from college, work on music, and then sometimes I wouldn't even go to sleep, just go back to work. Now, I would be sleeping. I'd be driving, falling asleep, so I had to roll the windows down. This is around when Kanye came out with da 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 da. Who knows that song? You probably don't know that song. Know that album. Before Crazy Kanye. But I don't think he's crazy. I think Kanye's always been Kanye. Just like I'm always me. And fame or success will just make me more me. You know what I mean? But yeah, but yeah, that's about it. Nothing of importance. Just going about. Yeah, so the watch is saying I got 33 minutes. But today at work, the teacher's like, you can go walk around or whatever. You got a free period. So I walked outside. It was really cold though, but I went outside because I was trying to upload the video because there's no reception in the building. So I was just walking around looking at this thing. It was like 10 minutes and it went to 4 minutes and went to 7 minutes. It was taking forever to load and I'm just walking around. And then I walk by the building and I look in. All right, so my timer went off. And we're going to wrap it up. The timer went off and I was walking. I looked in the building. I saw my kids, my students, and they're looking at me like, and I'm like, they're like, and I'm like, so I was just walking around. But yeah. So I like these multiple choice questions. They're funny. So there's this thing online, this random thing I saw on Instagram. I follow this random guy. He's a lawyer, music lawyer. And he has seminars about licensing. Like a 3-hour webinar about how to get your music into Netflix TV shows or movies. It costs about $120 or something. Now, I don't want to pay random internet people because, everyone got to hustle. And I did this before. I paid someone $300. Well, I paid more. I don't even talk about how much I paid, right? And it was a setup like a drip kind of thing. So after you finish this video, the next video comes. And at first I was excited, but then it's like, I could have figured this all out. Now, it was all condensed, and it's not like I would have figured it out, but the way he said it, it didn't take that long or that much he was charging. He could have just made like a PDF. I would have paid for a PDF with all this condensed, because he's doing a lot of talking about nothing, trying to add value. So I'm really wary of paying internet people for information. But I have no idea how to do licensing, and maybe there's some YouTube people, but you know how that is. Anybody can get up on YouTube. I'm an expert at being so. But like right now, I'm just sitting on a bunch of tracks. I gotta get them from here to there, and I don't know how. And it's only $100. So that's the dilemma. Do I do it? Do I don't do it? And of course, I don't have any peers who would ever pay money to learn anything, because it'd be like, why would you pay? Like, well, how are we going to find out? But like a placement, if you don't know placements, so the music for I don't know, any TV show, whatever. Sometimes no-name people, producers, up-and-comings, submit it, they use it, and you get this fat-ass check. Ba-bow! That would really be a confidence boost for me. So when someone's like, you're 41, what are you doing with your life, B-Rabbit? Someone actually said that. Mine is the B-Rabbit part. It was so it was not funny, it's annoying. Because, there's billionaires that are 41, 30, 26. Like, can I go around to people, so-and-so, you don't know so-and-so, but so-and-so who's on the other side of the globe, he's a billionaire. He's 17 years old. He does da-da-da-da-da. How comes you're not a billionaire by now? Or if it's parents related. This guy, he had 6 kids, his wife left him, and he owns his own company. He's Fortune 300. How comes you're not? Like, why do people compare people? We're all different. Now we're all different. Leave it at that. We have different obstacles and different well, obstacles is the right word, but we're just different to compare. Such a stupid thing to do. Because who's above being compared to, And then the opposite would go this way. If I'm talking to said billionaire, then it's, why aren't you helping me get my billion? Because usually people share the knowledge so they can help their people. And if you're just sitting there criticizing, that's not gonna work either, right? But yeah. You see, we're at 15 minutes, man. That's how it goes, man. We just gonna talk and talk and talk. But yeah. 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 But that's about it. Just the music thing. I'm excited. When I was at work on my break, I found this bass, like a fretless bass, but it was really like, because I found that I don't need a whole loop. Not that I ever use like, if I approach sampling to the loop as I approach a full sample, so I mean, I can't explain it easily. But if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But yeah. So that's about it. Is that everything? I can't. I want to get everything out because these are once a week. Friday's gonna come. It's October, man. October 1st. I want to give candy on Halloween, but I don't think my dad would be happy about that because we never gave candy. But I want to do it one year, trick or treat. Because little kids are so cute. At my school, it's from first kinder to 8th grade. I don't really see the 8th graders, 7th graders, and I teach the 5th and the 6th. But in cafeteria, the kindergarten and the first graders eat in there, and they'd be all small, and then when you walk by, they'd be like, pew, pew, pew. And it's cool because in Japan, I didn't know what the hell they were saying. They just, but like they actually could speak. And yesterday I was helping them glue like little paper chains together, and I was trying to glue it, and she's like, I could do it myself. And she's just telling me her little story about whatever. And then it kind of, and I'm like, oh, it did not work. Can you help me? So cute. But a lot of crying. Yesterday, some kid, or 2 days ago, because this is a day, at recess, one of the kids fell, because they play in like a parking lot or whatever. Kid falls, girl falls, scrapes her knee. The kids run over to me because I was like the only adult there. And they're like, Mr. Bailey, so-and-so fell and scraped their knee. Like, what do you want me to do about that? I'm not. So I saw the other teacher walking out, and then she saw the crying kid, so she went over and she gave this big hug. Like, I wasn't going to be hugging nobody. They shouldn't be running anyway. But yeah, interesting job. I mean, I get paid to stand there, so I'm not complaining. But it's not even a but. I get paid to stand there. Like, I do more work at Giant. I was working for 7 hours, moving my body, doing stuff and cutting. I get paid less than standing around inside, looking out the window, thinking my thoughts. That's why education, I mean, technically, since I was in Japan and I went to college and all that, but education gives you these kind of jobs. Like, I didn't even tell my dad how much I make or what I do, because all my dad knows is like hard. Like he used to work on the railroads, like doing all that shit. He used to work cleaning septic tanks back when everyone had like that kind of labor. So he gets excited when one time I was painting. That was a summer job, and I'm on the roof painting on top of the thing, and I came home all dirty. He's like, now you know what work is. I know what work is. I choose to not want to work that way. Use your mind. But there's a kid. Oh man, as I said, this go on and on and on. But all I can say about the students, they have their own characters, they have their own personalities, and the teacher's trying to suppress their personalities. And I feel if she kind of leaned in on their personalities, I mean, every now and then she does, but I mean, kids are gonna be kids, man. You gotta be flexible, you know. I'm also thinking maybe I can use my music skills to make them some educational music. I don't. I'm kind of working out how to do it, because that's a big industry there. Because these kids seem to be on the lower end, you know. So do some phonics or whatever. But again, these are things like I would need to find someone who knows what the hell this thing is, so we can like set it up and break it down. Cause another way to look at it, if I could figure it out now, when I eventually, I keep getting these questions. Are you ever going back to Japan? Are you coming? Are you? And I get it. Ain't nobody gonna watch all the videos in sequential order. I think if you randomly pick a random video, I'm pretty sure I explain why I'm home and why I'm staying and when I may leave. Like, I'm pretty sure. But I was joking. I should make like a little trailer, like give it a up to date. I guess I should, because you know, it's a way to work the music in. So come in like, he was rhyming, guys, and then he came overseas because his mother passed away. She's deceased. He spent the summer walking alone up and down the streets, and now he's working a job. 2, actually 3. He was working at Giant, stocking the goods, and he's teaching at the school, technically in the hood, and he takes care of his dad to make sure that he's good. I use 2 goods at the same time. We don't do that. One day he'll go back to Japan, but not anytime now, because he's taking care of his dad like he took a vow of silence. But something like that. So then every time the video plays, people get that little intro and they be like, okay, that's what he's about. That's what's going on. Little theme song. But the thing is, well, I guess I don't have an excuse since I'm only making the videos once a week. Then I could kind of edit it and have, yeah. All right, so next Friday, there's going to be some theme music that I will try to update as things are going on. That way, no one should ever ask, what am I about at that particular moment? But, yeah. So there. So let me know your thoughts. Should I pay $120 to get some online webinar about how to license my music? Because that's where the money's at. Like once you do license it, it may take some while for that money to come in your bank account or whatever. But once you're in, then you can kind of lead with it. Like you hear that TV show right there? That's my song. Like, oh, okay, make some more. You could actually flip that, you know. But plus I don't even know about all the like, I've never placed music and had to deal with the paperwork. Like this is supposed to be a 10-minute video, but maybe someone who's watching me, they know, and this is just a time where they're gonna be like, I know. That's what my kids are. I know, but they never know, because you ask what, and they pull out their book and they start looking for the answer. But like, if I make the beat all by myself, just 100% me, I own 100%. If I sell it or I license it, I get 100%, right? If you make the beat and I take your beat and you have like a 50% publishing deal or some shit, then I get it, and then we split the publishing 50-50. But what happens if I have 5 people on, well, I wouldn't do that, but what if I have 5 people on one beat and they all want 40%? Who would end up getting the money? Does it go in order of who gets at you first? Or, like, I know none of this. Or what is the legality of someone saying I want 50% of my cough? So the beat, it's like ah, that's the sound they make, ah. And if I put that ah in my track, are they really entitled to 40%? Can it be proven? They could argue because the ah is in the song, that's why the song got placement or whatever. I know nothing about this because I don't know anybody actively, successfully doing all this. I'm at a loss. But what I have been doing is making sure my library's what do you call in order, because you got to keep track of this, you know. So I have one group of samples where it's royalty free. That means I could do whatever with it. And then I got another group of samples that if I use it and I get a placement, then I gotta notify the makers of the said sample so I could, you know, so they can get their published. I don't know. At one point, I put them all together. Hella confusing. So then I had to like separate them. But so I did that for the bigger packs. But now I have to go back and get the receipts, because when you upload to iTunes, they want to see the receipts of the music that you used, that you sampled. Because since you pay for it, you get a license to do so. But if you don't have the receipts, then it's as if you stole it, which is pretty easy. You could like Google sample pack, and I'm pretty sure you can torrent it. But I'm trying to be on the right side of the thing, you know, keep my books in order. So it's pretty cool. But anyway, I gotta get to my house to make sure my dad's okay. My nose is a little stuffy, but that's life. We're at 26 minutes. 10 minutes ended like a long time ago, but that's life too. Be safe. I will talk to you guys in a week. And yeah, peace. You see I got my little badge here, Matthew. Sure. These are Easton colors. All right. Peace.